Hey guys, welcome back to my vlog, and today's vlog is going to be in English. If you have seen my channel, my vlogs are in Hindi because obviously that's the language or that's the audience which I try to cater to. But today's vlog is in English because I'm going to discuss around cost of living in Toronto, April 2022. Now, this is a very interesting topic because we all know that inflation is at a record level, and we are all observing that the fuel prices are high. So maybe someone who is planning to immigrate to Canada, or is planning to file his PR, it would be good for someone to know the cost of living in Toronto, so that you can plan around things, or even have some idea around what kind of job you need. So in this video, I'm not only going to discuss about cost of living, but I'm also going to walk through basically create some what if scenarios around if your income is, let's say, 200k, how much money will you save, and if your income is 150k, how much money you will save. I'm going to walk through some of those scenarios as well, so keep watching this video and watch this video till the end, because there is a lot of information that is going to be shared. And if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to my channel, because I'm planning to put more similar videos in the future. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier, my vlogs are in Hindi, so I would definitely indicate whenever I'm putting something in English, I'm going to indicate in the title. As you will see in this title as well, I've clearly indicated English as a language. But most of my vlogs are in Hindi, and I do some travel vlogs. I do vlogs on a daily basis, on a regular basis. I ride motorcycles, so I do put some motor vlogs as well. Yeah, but those are in Hindi. So if you're from India and if you understand Hindi, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to see the spreadsheet, or if you want to actually view the spreadsheet, please do leave a comment, so that I can share the spreadsheet link. And if there are a lot of comments, I would probably put the spreadsheet link in the video itself. So without wasting further time, let's delve into the cost of living in Toronto. And let's see, I'm going to walk through different scenarios. Cost of living for a house, for a 2-bedroom apartment, for 1 bedroom and a basement. So I'm going to walk through each and every scenario and probably explain it to you guys, and you guys can get some idea around what the cost of living is going to be. So let's go and discuss the cost of living. And this is as accurate as possible. This is based on my own cost of living, which I have gathered from Mint, because my data goes into Mint, and I have looked at some of the past data to see what my cost of living is. And also I have done some research around what in general cost of living is, and I'm pretty number oriented, so that's why I have tried to be as accurate as possible. I don't think you will get more accurate cost of living anywhere other than what I'm going to discuss right now. And I have tried to cover most of the scenarios, and I have not included things like daycare. And my cost of living is based on 2 individuals, so obviously if there is daycare, if there are more people in the house, please use your best judgment to evaluate the cost of living. And also lifestyle of different people could be little different, so make sure that you are taking that into account when you are basically trying to guess estimate the cost of living for yourself. So let's get on to the video. So as you see in the screen, I started blanked out. Obviously I will be going row by row. Again, I just want to make sure that I reveal things one by one, so that it gives you a clear idea in terms of what the cost of living is. So jumping onto the first row, I have going to discuss around basically I have divided it into these categories, right? Like owning a home, owning a condo, renting a 2-bedroom apartment, renting a 1-bedroom apartment, and obviously the last category is renting the basement. And now if I'm coming down to the actual cost of each of the following, so the mortgage or rent, in case you're renting the apartment. Owning a condo, I've assumed that it's going to be a 2-bedroom condo. Owning a home, it is based on cost price of $1 million, and I can show you the detailed calculations. Like, for owning the home, what I've assumed is the home price is around $1 million. You pay 20% down payment, and your loan is $800,000. Now obviously 1 million is right now in this market a pretty conservative estimate. It could be even more, right? So I've just taken a very conservative estimate. So you can expect to pay around a mortgage of $3,287, approximately $3,300. If you're owning a condo, you pay around $2,500. Now again, the condo price is based on a cost price of $750,000, with the down payment of 20%, and it comes to like $150,000, which comes to a equated monthly installment of $2,465. So, and the rent for 2-bedroom is $2,700, and renting a 1-bedroom is right now around $2,100, and renting a basement is $1,600. Again, it's a 2-bedroom basement. And if I jump on to the next row, then comes the property taxes. Property taxes on an average can cost you like $417 a month. In a condo, it can be around $208 a month. Obviously, if you're renting, you don't pay any property taxes. And moving on to the next row, maintenance fee. Now I have assumed that it's a freehold house, so there is no maintenance fee. For a condo, there is going to be approximately around $500 of maintenance fee. If you're renting, obviously you don't pay any maintenance fee. Now coming on to the next row, utilities, which is heat plus hydro. In a home, I expect it to be around $200 a month. When you own a condo, the maintenance fee covers the heat. You just pay for the hydro in most of the condominium property, so it's going to be approximately around $50. And same goes if you're renting, you pay for hydro. When basement, most of the times it comes with everything included. So that's approximately the cost of utilities, heat plus hydro. And then comes water and sewage. I've assumed that that's already included in maintenance fee of condo. In the house, you can expect to pay around $60 a month for water and sewage. And home insurance, for a home, it's going to be around $75 a month, and $45 for a condo, $20 for renting a 2-bedroom apartment, which is going to be more of a tenant's insurance. And obviously in basement, most of the times you don't need to insure. And if I basically do a summary of the home cost, the housing cost itself by itself, without including any other cost, right, is going to be around $4,000 for a house, $1 million house. So trust me when I repeatedly say $1 million, it's the most conservative estimate for a freehold townhouse today, right? Today the properties are way more, and please use your judgment whenever you are accounting for, let's say, $1.5 million house or a $2 million house. A lot of these expenses would jump up proportionately. Now moving on to, so if I look at just the housing cost, it's around $4,000 for if you own a home, $3,269 if you own a condo, $2,770 if you own a 2-bedroom apartment, $2,170 for a 1-bedroom apartment, and $1,600 for a basement. Now moving to the next line item is automobile. That's a very important expense. And I basically, what I did was I went into the Toyota website. I looked at the current cost of cars, and basically this is the monthly payment that came up to. Now obviously the cost would differ if you buy a used car, a lot of things, a lot of variables, but just to keep things simple and benchmark it, I just assumed that it's a brand new car which is financed. And remember that the cost of car has gone up considerably in 2022 due to chip shortage, supply issues, and a lot of other things. So both new car as well as used car prices have gone up. Used car prices have gone up more in absolute percentage terms. Used cars have gone up quite a bit in value. So you can assume to pay around $350 a month for a new car, sedan, like a Toyota Corolla simple car, not any fancy, not even luxury edition or anything. It's a very, very base model. For 30K, you can expect to pay $350 a month. And now comes insurance, which is another significant expense. And also the point to note over here is insurance cost is very high in Ontario, and that's why I've assumed around $300. It could be more or less depending on the area which you live, but $300 is kind of a benchmark expense which you can assume for auto insurance. And if I move on to the next row, comes the fuel cost. Now this is a very hot topic right now. The fuel cost has literally, like, from pandemic to now, it has literally doubled. Now, normally the average fuel cost, or the average cost per liter in Ontario, which I have seen during my, whatever time I've lived here, is around $1.20 to $1.30. But now we are seeing prices of $1.90, which is definitely, creating a lot of issues, lot of cost increase for everyone who is living here. So the fuel cost average has jumped to almost 13 cents per kilometer. This is again on a Toyota Corolla, which is normally assumed to give you a mileage of 6.5 liters. It consumes 6.5 liters for every 100 kilometers. Now, as you are assuming like 6.5 liters is a pretty good mileage, which I have assumed here, and I don't expect the SUVs or maybe some of the other cars to give you the same kind of mileage, so the cost per kilometer can jump up significantly. Now based on average driving of 1500 kilometers per month and 13 cents per kilometer, the cost of fuel comes to $195 a month. And you can use your best judgment to see if this cost of living, if this cost actually is in line with your usage of car as well as the mileage which your car gives, and it can go up significantly. I don't expect this to go down much below 195. It's the most conservative estimate I can think of, but yeah, it can definitely go above that. And comes now next line item is groceries. Now grocery cost has skyrocketed during pandemic, and we all know that. And I have again used a very conservative estimate based on my shopping habits and whatever I could think of. I do some analysis. It's $170 a week. So on a monthly basis, you can spend around, this is again for 2 people. If you have 3-4 people, kids living, it could be much more. So I've assumed around $737 a month for groceries. And you might think that it's a bit high. I don't think. It's a reality in 2022, and that's the amount of money you can expect to spend on groceries, basic groceries. I'm not even talking about fancy stuff here. Tomatoes, like basic groceries, onions, green peppers, very, very basic groceries. It's going to cost you that much. Now cell phone, this is again only for plan, right? So I'm just, if you get cell phone for 2 people in the house just for plan, you can expect to pay $136 including taxes. Home internet, you can pay around $65 including taxes. That's a very basic expense. You can expect to spend that. Now subscriptions, this has become a big part of our life. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Google Cloud, IPTV, YouTube Premium. You can think about whatever subscriptions you can, but on an average, I've just taken a conservative estimate of $60 a month for any of these subscriptions. And obviously it can go up or go down depending on your budget, but I have just taken a midpoint of the budget. My expenses are more than this, but I have taken the conservative estimate here. Fitness, yeah, if you are into gym, the lowest fitness for lowest amount of fees you can pay for 2 people is $50 a month. That is fit for less. Again, if you're going to Good Life or anything else, it could be way more. Like it could double, literally double to $100 a month. But I'm just going for the lowest cost possible. Now, eating and dining out, now this is very much going to happen. No matter what, like you cannot avoid this expense. Like you cannot eat at home all the time. You are going to dine out. You are going to spend money on fine dining. You need to have some kind of change in your life, right? You can't be, just shopping. Yeah, when you are new to the country, probably, maybe, but again, no, you would want some kind of change. You want to try out local restaurants. So I am assuming eating and dining out to be around $300. With the cost going up so much, you can expect to pay around $80 to $100 for fine dining for a couple, right? If you're a family, expect to pay more. Family of 4, I meant. Now, life insurance, you can assume to pay around $60 a month for 2 people. It could be more depending on your health condition and the kind of coverage you want, right? So this is really important as well. Now, shopping, again, when I say shopping, I mean any kind of Amazon purchases you do, which you would require in day-to-day basis at your home. It's not like you're not going to shop at all. So I would definitely allocate at least $200 a month for shopping. And then comes the next. So basically, yeah, so these are the basic expenses. It comes to around, if you're owning a home, it comes to around $6,491 per month. If you're owning a condo, it comes to $5,721 a month. If you're renting a 2-bedroom apartment, it comes to $5,222 a month. Renting a 1-bedroom apartment, it comes to $4,622 a month. And if you're renting a basement, it comes to $4,052 a month for basic expense. And it is still not over. There are other expenses as well. So if I move on to the next line over here, now, there are some other expenses which happen on an annual basis, right? So I want to make sure that I include them, and obviously I will be dividing it by 12 so that we come up with the monthly cost just for our budgeting. The first one is travel. Now, in a year, since you are living in Canada, most of the people are immigrants. You would be returning back to your home country, or you would be taking any other major vacation at least once a year. We all need to rejuvenate and we need to get recharged. So I would be putting like $5,000 on a very conservative basis for a vacation a year, right? And it could be way more as well. I mean, like 5,000 is something you would expect to spend if you include air tickets, or you include any kind of hotel accommodations. If you're not going to your home country, you are expected to spend $5,000 at least. Then summer and weekend outings, this generally tends to happen. You would be spending on summer and weekend outings, like going out with friends, going out to cottages, going out for overnight excursions and trips. That would be $1,000 a month. $1,000 a year, which we would be dividing and allocating per month. And then major electronic, small electronic purchases. Now this is again going to happen. In a year, you would be purchasing some kind of electronic gadgets like television, monitors, then laptops, iPads, new cell phones. Something or the other is going to come up. Now you might try really hard not to make these expenses, but let's get real. It is going to happen. So I have allocated a budget of $700. And again, if you think that this does not apply to you, please feel free to do your own calculations, right? Like you can always subtract this from your expenses, but my idea here is to basically provide all the expenses and most of the expenses, which happens to me as well. The next set of expenses is RRSP contribution. Now, if you are in Canada, you would be definitely contributing to RRSP. I'm assuming around $10,000 per person. So if you're a couple, you are going to spend $20,000 in RRSP annually, which is basically a saving, but just wanted to account for it. So the total annual expenses, are including RRSP, comes to $26,700. Now let's see how much does that come down to in terms of monthly. So per month average for all these expenses comes to around $2,225. And if I include the basic expenses and I include these expenses, it comes to these amounts. So basically 8,716 if you are living in a home, 7,946 if you own a condo, if you're renting 2 bedroom, and if you're renting 1 bedroom and a basement. So these are the respective expenses. So these are so far the expenses, right? Now it is important that we also talk about income here, right? Because let's get real, that's again something which we want to know, right? So what I have done is I have created some scenarios around income, right? I wanted to make sure that we all, so let me actually show some scenarios here. So I've created some scenarios in terms of what the incomes can be. So for example, let's say that you're a couple making $200,000, 100,000 each. How much does that come to? Like your net family expenses comes to like 1,000. Your taxes, after taxes, you would make around $147. 258. Now I have taken into account our RSP contribution, which will save you taxes. So this is these incomes are after taking into account those taxes, and the net family income per month comes to 12,272. And after taking into account all these, you would save this money. After taking into account all these expenses, you will be still left with around 3,555 per month. And now the thing over here which we have to assume is it's a $1 million house. After this I'm going to run some scenarios in terms of increasing the cost of the house and seeing what effects it creates on this line item, right? Because that's the most important thing everyone wants to understand, that how much money I need to make if I want to live comfortably in a house. So I am going to tweak those numbers, and I'm going to see myself what happens in that case. Now, if your gross family income is $150,000, you can expect to make around $9,400 a month post taxes, and you will save around $687. If you are in a house, $1,457. If you are in a in a condo, if you are renting a 1 bedroom, you will save around $2,000. $2,500 if you're renting a 1 bedroom. If you're in a basement, you will save around $3,126. Now, most of the times people who are making 200K will not live in basements. So I'm just saying, people can definitely choose to do that. And the other scenarios talk about $150,000. If you're making $150,000, yeah, for sure you would be definitely running into a little bit of issues. If you're owning a house, you would be saving these amounts. If you're owning a house, you would be falling short by $160. Obviously you will tweak in your RRSP, or you will definitely play around with your expenses. Like, you won't end up with deficits for sure, but I'm just giving you an idea in terms of what you can afford. Then $610 if you're owning a condo, $1,109 if you're renting out a condominium, $1,709 if you're renting a condominium, and $2,279 for a basement. Now, this is based on a single income of 150K. And yeah, so if you're making 100K, you can seriously see there's going to be issues across the board, right? Now let's try to increase the home prices and see what happens. So let's try to see if I increase the home prices. Now let's assume that I make the home price to 1.5 million. So as you see, the EMI monthly payment becomes 4,930, and obviously it starts impacting your bottom line quite a bit. Even with 200k you would be saving like $1,900 a month. At 150k you would be struggling. At 150k you can't even imagine. So you know, this gives you definitely some idea in terms of how insane the cost of living in Toronto is right now, especially with the home prices. If you're a family of 4 and if you add home and all those factors, you will start realizing that even an household income of 200k starts looking minuscule in front of the cost of living here. So yeah, so basically you know, this was my video about cost of living in Toronto. Hopefully this was helpful to everyone. I'm going to you know, like if you really like this video, do hit the like button and definitely comment on the video if you want link to the spreadsheet. I will be more than happy to share with whoever is willing to comment, or you know, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, which is Vivek902 is my handle. Do message me over there and I can basically share the spreadsheet. And now again, you know, I could have put this spreadsheet in the description, but my goal over here is that people should watch my video, and obviously I want my channel to grow as well. So please do hit the like button, because that's how YouTube is going to promote my channel and promote this video. And you know, I'm going to, you know, I will try to create more similar videos which are number oriented and which really get into, you know, deep into the numbers, because I love numbers and I want to create more videos like this which are getting into numbers. For example, RRSP versus TFSA, I have a lot of calculations. Retirement calculator, I want to walk through all these analysis and scenarios which I have created, and you know, help you guys through tax as well, which no one has done. Technically no one in YouTube has done you know, retirement and tax analysis the way I have done it. So I'm not trying to boast about it, but I want to make sure that you like this video and you know, do subscribe to my channel, because I really want subscribers and my channel to grow. So if you like this content, please share it with your friends and you know, help my channel grow. Okay, and till next time, stay safe and